is anything that we can see all the way around, all sides of it. If I just have like a flat painting, I can only see one side. If I glue a piece of paper down, I can only see one side. It's not a sculpture. So we need to make this piece of paper be able to stand up. Feet help us stand up. So I'm gonna give this little piece of paper 1 foot on this side and 1 little foot on the other side. That way, now it looks like we could walk or kick or maybe even do the splits. We need to let this stand up by putting glue on the bottom of our feet. So I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm going to put glue on the bottom of our piece of paper's feet, which probably tickles and maybe feels really cold, but it's going to help it stand up so that we can see all the way around it. When you press it down, make sure that you press it down for just a little bit so that we can make sure it sticks and it won't fall over. Now you've got a curve on your paper. Good job. So the next line sculpture that we are going to make together is a spiral. So what you need to do is grab maybe a pencil or a marker. I'm going to use my Sharpie marker because we need to make this into a spiral. Here's how we're going to do that. We're going to use your marker or your pencil, and we are going to wrap your piece of paper all the way around. So just start at one end, and you're going to carefully and slowly try to roll that up as tight as you can. The tighter it is, the better your spiral will look. Once you roll your paper all the way around your marker, what you're going to do is just give it a couple final squeezes, and then you're going to slide your marker or your pencil out of your spiral. Look how cool that is. It almost looks like a little snail, huh? So since we don't have feet, we just need to glue on the flat part of our spiral, and that's what we're going to press down. Make sure you press it just a couple times so your spiral does not roll away, and then you're done. So our trickiest line to make is the funnest one to say, our zigzag line. It's going to be a little tricky, but make sure you're listening carefully, and I'm sure that you guys will get it. So with my last piece of paper that I have, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to do a pattern. We're going to go forward and we're going to go backward. So we're going to fold forward and backward down our whole strip of paper until we get to the very end. Just a pattern. Forward, backward, forward, backward. It almost helps if you say it out loud to yourself so that you make sure that you don't do 2 forwards or 2 backwards at the same time. Remember, it's not a pattern unless it repeats. Forward, backward, forward, backward. When you're all the way done, it's going to look like a little square. Press it a couple times, and then when you unfold it, you have a zigzag line. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the very ends of my zigzag line. And I'm going to switch it up with this one a little bit. Remember, you don't always have to glue your lines to the base of your sculpture. Now, my base of my sculpture is the black piece of paper. Instead, I'm going to connect all 3 of my lines by putting my zigzag line on top of my curvy and my spiral. And then we just kind of have a wacky, crazy, tall sculpture, and it looks really fun and wiggly. So I wanted to be able to have 2 of each kind of line on my sculpture, because the more you practice, the better you get. So at the end, I'm going to have 2 curvy, 2 spiral, and 2 zigzag lines. So really quickly, I'm just going to show you how I sculpt those and attach them to the base of my sculpture. At the end, it almost looks like a really crazy playground, which I think is so fun. If you want to make more lines on your sculpture, go for it. Just make sure you send me a picture.